Hello and good day! This is Crusisythe and welcome to my channel. Our topic today is Moderoid Ultimate Gravion from the show Now, we have finally discussed the 3 Gravion sets, God Gravion and God Sigma Gravion as a double review, and the last review, Soul Sigma Gravion, as the last set. It is now time to finally discuss what to do when you have all 3 of them. Also, a reminder that each one costs around. So we are dealing with the combined kit with the price of. So let's see if it's all worth it. For the plastic quality of the combined model kit, the solidness and overall quality of the combined set, and if the price is justified. Now with that out of the way, it's now time to tackle Gravion's final evolution. So everyone, say it with me. ERGO form! But first, like what I mentioned in the earlier video, but if you buy it directly online, you get the Divine Sword Balmung. With that said, I saw online it's being sold for only $20. The Divine Sword Balmung looks really awesome, so I'm excited to finally have this one. So, the f is this? It's so disappointing. Anyways. In preparation for the Ultimate Gravion evolution, let's start with the core unit, the God Gravion set. Now let's remove things we won't be using. Lastly, remove the clutch armor cover. Next, we attach these add-ons to Gran 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐬, which all comes from the God Sigma Gravion set. First, the side skirt attachment. If ever you notice why this side skirt attachment looks the same with the G-Shadow backpack, well, we'll talk about that later. Also, a reminder that the upper triangle should be the visible part. For the crotch attachment, it just easily slides in. Lastly, for the arm attachments, it only attaches to the Gran 𝐂𝐫𝐤 torso, so we won't be using the alternate torso, which also means we won't be having arm raise articulation. And now we are done with the God Gravion set. All those plastic parts, and we'll only be using the core unit for the final combination. Now for the next one, Soul Sigma Gravion set. Again, let's remove the parts we won't be using. Then let's rearrange some of the parts. We then attach the bigger hands. We attach the sword connector that came from the God Sigma Gravion set. And here are the parts we need for the ultimate combination. So far, it seems we are just doing a Soul Gravion combination. For the last preparation for the combination, God Sigma Gravion set. Let's remove the parts that are not going to be used. Next, we detach the legs and bend both legs like this. Detach the G-Shadow stop from the backpack. We can now store this somewhere safe and put the wings downward. And done! These are what we need from the set. About these remaining option parts, we will be using it later for the final combination.
Gran Knightsの諸君、最終合心を行う。
最終合心？ どういうこと？
ソルグラビオンとゴッド神話グラビオンの合心、グラビオン最終進化の形。トガエルゴフォームだ。
了解。エルゴフォーム。
最強合心
アルティメート。
Finally, after that long combination sequence, what everyone has been waiting for, the final evolution of Gravion. Ultimate Gravion. What else to say about this 3 combination? Everything just looks magnificent in any angle. It will definitely looks great as one of the centerpiece in anyone's plastic model kit collection for display. And like I mentioned earlier, the reason why the side skirt attachment looks like the backpack of G-Shadow is because it turns into the front and side skirt armor. Every single detail of the entire figure are expressed and illustrated precisely. Even it needed some color correction to some parts, I have no complaint on the aesthetic of this form. I really am thankful that the entire combination is very easy to follow from the manual, with only the backpack is the most headache of all. Now let's talk about the option parts of this kit. Now for the option parts, set of closed fist hands for the closed fist pose. This hole is for an action base, that is for any action base stance, which has the same plug like the high grade. Lastly, a set of sword grip hands. And speaking of sword grip, the one and only weapon of Ultimate Gravion, Super Heavyweight Sword. As you can clearly see, it's also a really long sword. This big sword really complements Ultimate Gravion's design.
Ikku zo! Gran Knights no Shokun!
了解。
鳥獣
エルゴエンド。
Head in a ball joint. God cockpit inward outward. God cockpit moves up and down. God tail fin raises. God feet in a ball joint. God leg can move up and down. Torso side to side. Arm rotation. Elbow bend. Wings flap. Wing gun rotation, hand in a ball joint, drill rotation, barrel goes up and down, leg cannon knee bend, leg cannon limited rotation, leg cannon side raise, leg cannon slight rotation, front skirt armor raise, wings move up and down, forward and backward raise, maximum side split, slight thigh rotation, knee bend, so cockpit moves up and down, so wings flap, so feet in a ball joint. Now for the articulation we lost, no more ab crunch, limited arm raise, because we are using the Gran torso, which has limited upward motion. It only looks wide upward raise because the arm part connector is flapping, compared to the alternate torso, where it has a wider upward motion. No more whole arm rotation due to the god leg blocking the shoulder area. No more torso rotation because the cannon bumps with the arms. No more god wing flaps. Side skirt armor black. Front skirt armors are black. Both the Gran and Gran Sigma back skirt armors are black. And don't bother rotating the shoulder armor. Let's start with the minor issues. The color correction parts. Face vent, yellow pinstripes, jet vents, jet thrusters, black wing part, muzzle, dark grooves, yellow thrusters and vents, white vents, yellow grills, yellow circle, black inner tie, jet vents, side fin, black part, green gem, thrusters and vents, tie groove, clutch vent, white circle, and dark gray handle for the major issues. But first up, this new attachment has fixed the arm connection problem, which makes the arm slowly sagging down, like what always happens to the Soul Sigma Gravion set. Now let's go to the issues. The left arm will slowly sag down due to the sword weight. The legs will drop down in horizontal position. The problem when using the Gran torso, really wish they made it usable for the alternate torso too. This part still detaches too easily. At times this part will detach. This loose part, it's called super heavyweight sword, so... Now for my personal issues, wing gun too loose. Anything involving the Gran Sigma backpack formation. This part isn't securely attached, that most times it feels like it will detach when touched. I really wish they put a lucky feature in this part. Holding the model kit, especially the backpack part, the entire figure doesn't feel stable at all, which is a shame because the two god sets are super stable. Due to those obstacles like the leg cannons, the god leg blocking the shoulder rotation, left hand that sags down due to the sword weight, both hands can raise the super heavyweight sword due to its massive size and weight. Lastly, with those limited foot pivot, despite he has some decent articulation, you really can't pose the ultimate Gravion. Even if you check any image promotions, he is just standing there, which means he falls to that category, stand there like a PG, which is how perfect grade model kits are usually displayed. For my last personal issue, let's talk about it later. Nendoroid Umaru, Figma Kuroko-Shirai, Papa Parade Hoshomarin, Real Grade Zera Gundam, and Master Grade RX78-2 version 3.0. Now before I talk about my last personal issue, let me just remind the price of each set. which makes Ultimate Gravion worth of. Next, let me just put these prices here. Now, my last personal issue is the height of Ultimate Gravion. My current tallest master grade just beats the Ultimate Gravion. Sadly, I'm not yet finished unboxing my stuff, so I can't do a size comparison to my perfect grade model kit. So here's a leg of a mega size unicorn. With that kind of price, I really wish it was a little taller, just like the high grade 𝐂𝐫𝐞𝐬 at least, which is also a 3 model kits combining into one. But again, this is my personal issue to the final form. Take that with a grain of salt. If you are a fan of the super robot genre, especially the combiners that turn into a bigger robot, then that bigger robot combines to turn into even bigger robot, or just a fan of either the show or Masami Obari's work, then yes, this is worth purchasing. And because it is a Moderoid, it is mass-produced and always available to be purchased through Toy Store, online stores, or directly the Good Smile Company website. And the best part that it's the cheapest one that is representing the show. And yes, I didn't stutter. The cheapest available representing the show. Because the other route is... Actually, this is the cheapest, but I don't think they still make this one. Also, it's just got Gravion, so yeah. There is, of course, if you're okay on having a figure that is only almost 20 cm tall and also can't really do almost any posing due to the obstructed articulation. So basically, stand there and look pretty. Bonus personal issue, minus points for being a Masami Obari work but can't do the Masami Obari pose. With all that said, I'm giving this a score of 3 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching, and with that said, till next time.
この宇宙のあらゆる存在、そしてあらゆる人の心、すべては美しく輝いている。若者たちよ、健やかに、そしてどこまでも美しくあれ。